I like nothing better than putting people on the spot. I admit it. What can I say? Thanks to Martin Wood, I'm meeting this young man today. His name is David. He thought he was just coming to chat with me, but no. Straight on camera. Let's meet on air. Thank you so much for joining us here at Manolo Santana Rackets Club.
It's a pleasure.
And welcome to Marbella. You're a newbie. You've just arrived.
Yes, only 3 months on the Costa.
And I like it. When David arrived this morning, the first thing he did was order coffee in Spanish. Is that something you've brought with you from school, or did you prep for coming to live here?
I prepped for coming to live here because I'd heard so many stories about being here and being unable to communicate and get what you really need. So my better half and I took some lessons and prepped a little. We're not fully fluent, but sufficient.
But you're making an effort, and that is so important. They really appreciate when we make an effort, and as you say, it makes life easier.
It does make life a lot easier, and the appreciation from the Spanish community around us is actually very surprising.
Well, I'm very grateful to Martin Wood for introducing us. Tell me a bit about yourself. Where are you from? Let's start with that.
Last known in Basingstoke, Hampshire, in the UK, running 3 small businesses, and life got a little bit tiresome there. So grey skies, rain, all the problems that go with trying to run a business in that sort of atmosphere, especially in the media industry, which is where I'm currently from.
What kind of media? What's your speciality?
Don't actually have a specialism, but I'm a camera operator, stroke editor, so basically a freelancer. So if somebody says to me, I want a promo video, that's what I can make as a promo video. Fantastic.
So you're normally the other side of the camera, which is why you weren't ready for me to put you right in front of the camera. Well, I'm
exactly
so glad he wasn't ready, and I caught him off guard.
Very much so.
So you're from the media studio, but a little birdie tells me that you've been singing with Anthony Wolfson. So it's not your first time, let's say, in the limelight.
Yes, I've been a music lover and a mild participant in evening activities in the UK for a number of years, and people have always mentioned they like my singing. So 18 months ago, my partner Joe insisted on buying a PA system and promoting me and putting me out on the road doing a circuit in the UK.
Well, that's nice that your partner not only supports you but has actually been the one to encourage you to explore this a bit further.
Very much so. I wouldn't be here doing this now if it weren't for her.
And what's your genre? What type of songs do you like?
Our age group, my age group, anything from the 50s with Jim Reeves through to nowish with Michael Bublé and a host of others, hundreds of others.
Well, you do have a very sexy voice. I mean, doesn't it? That really, low, gravelly voice.
I think that's called fatigue. So it's been put to a lot of use in the last few weeks. I started doing just a few gigs in bars and restaurants, and one particular, am I allowed to say their name?
Yes, of course.
Barbaroo in Calahonda picked me up and gave me my first opportunity, bless them. And that's gone extremely well, and from there a couple of artists who have seen me and heard me, Dennis Cook being the first, bless him, he gave me a wonderful opportunity and put me in front of Anthony Wolfson, and since then Anthony Wolfson has taken me to heart, and he's been an absolutely fantastic mentor.
Isn't this lovely? Tim Knight mentors Anthony Wolfson. Anthony Wolfson mentors you. Hashtag better together. It makes a big difference to have that support, especially when you're new.
Very much so. In trying to get into the market and get established, arriving at the wrong time of year can be a real downpour. It's been very, very difficult because the bars and the hotels they've got their agenda, they've got their calendar worked out, so there are no vacancies. So I'm now working on what's going to happen hopefully next season, and possibly some of what's going to happen during the winter season, which is now upon us. But Anthony has been exceptional in helping me with not only my way of singing, what I'm singing, how I sing, where I do what, and my media face, photography, and all those sorts of things are being changed now by Anthony, who is really, really not only just a fantastic performer, he's a great mentor, and as much as his experience and knowledge in the media field and the marketing field. just so valuable.
I mean, Anthony does make everything, he's so professional, and I like the way that Anthony takes care of his image, and the fact that he has an image, and it's important.
He's lifted my game tremendously in just a matter of 2-3 weeks, and the places that he's actually put me, I mean, he even had me stand in for him one night at the Alanda, and that to me was a tremendous
Compliment,
yes.
But
also nerve-wracking, because I knew I'd seen Anthony and heard him, and to actually step into his shoes, if you like, and try and keep his persona, his respectability going on that plane. It was quite a challenge.
A lot to live up to.
A lot to live up to, and a lot to not mess up, really.
Well, it's absolutely fabulous to see that, although you're new, that you've come with a basic knowledge of Spanish and that intention to integrate with the local community, that you're doing so well in such a short time, and how lucky we are that we have so many restaurants and bars that do provide entertainment locally, that I know that you will find your niche and have your own little circuit, and you'll have your following, and take it from there.
Thank you.
I look forward to knowing more about you, but we won't be hearing you as David. You've got a stage name?
Nathan Dean.
Nathan Dean.
And it's Nathan Dean Sings on Facebook, because somebody else has got Nathan Dean, just Nathan Dean, in the States. So I couldn't have that. And my stage name chosen after my 2 sons' first names, Nathan and Dean.
Well,
so
what could be more beautiful than that, and bring you more luck and more goodwill behind everything you do. Yeah. Nathan Dean. On stage, sings.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, that's it for another week. Thank you so much for joining us on Marbella Now here at Manolo Santana Rackets Club. Big thank you to our wonderful cast of this week's show, and to you for joining us. Please take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and join us again next week. But for the moment, bye for now.
Bye. You've been out of shape, and you feel like you've missed